basically the goal for today is we're probably going to go over at least three different maps.
Mhm.
And then we will do. I'm going to talk you guys through some like documents and stuff that I'm going to give you. And then we're going to go over a tiny bit of communication and just set in place what each of your guys' role is. What each of you will be doing during like in between fights, like during fights, what every single person's goal is for talking. Uh,
Mhm.
so yeah, we can just get into. I think we're gonna start with Bali, and
Mhm.
I think Azalea can take a bit more of a lead with this one. Um,
I've
it
been
was
eating.
okay. Well, I'll take a little bit of a start. So we're gonna start here on a kind of very simple note. Lemon, this will be a bit more direct to you.
Oh wait, you're
I
you're
told you I
disappearing.
explained this after Scrim. Oh wait, sorry, Wi-Fi issue. My bad.
Alright, you're fine now.
Um,
Go on. I heard
uh,
I heard lemon. That's all I heard.
I yeah, Lemon, this will be a bit more directed at you for the very
Okay.
start, but I told you we would talk about it after Scrim, and we didn't.
Yeah.
Um,
That's fair
Pylon
because I did
placement.
experiment a lot on this map. Just
Yeah. Um, you asked me why this is bad. We're gonna talk about like really quickly rules of pylon placement. Um, it is very simply just down to you want your team to have as much space that they can take while seeing it, and the enemy team to have um like a hard time taking care of it. So the reason why this bit sucks, and we're gonna see a perfect example of it on this map right here, is because your team can't push here. Your team is
okay.
stuck with if we come up, I'm gonna quickly draw out the line of sight of this. Um, it will be it's very simply down to the
Yeah,
fact that
I saw your
with your
ping. I
pylon, it
remember.
goes
Yeah.
here. Yeah, it goes here to here. This is where your team can play.
Okay.
Um, the enemy team can just walk up here, and then you can't really counter that because no pylon.
Mm.
Um, and then that leads to the fact that you guys will likely be either forced from here, pushed out back here, or you're gonna have to like take a fight just here, which is not good. You always want to hold choke. But what you can do during this situation is I know you don't like this pylon placement up here, but you can always rotate pylon. So when they push
Okay.
up, instead of putting it back there, you can play it right here. And what that does is it sees
Wait, I don't know what
your
you
team
pointed
here.
at. Is it the middle
Oh,
pillars thing
wait,
or?
I'll go back up, my bad. If you place, so the reason, so let's say your pylon's right here, it can see all of this area, right?
Mm,
If the enemy team makes it past here, I want you to move pylon behind this wall here.
okay.
And then what this does is it can be seen all the way down here.
Mm,
And then it means that the enemy team can't see it again, and you guys still have a good amount of space. It goes past this pillar. Sorry, these are just like scribbles. But yeah, your entire team can play
mm,
in this entire area.
okay.
So yeah, it's a small thing, but pylon placement you can always change, but you just want to be able to hold chokes with it.
All right.
And we'll see right now why this doesn't work. Uh,
We're really slow to rotate here,
yeah,
which is
you
a
guys
big.
here. Uh,
You
go for
hear,
Azalea. I'll go.
you probably hear and see two, at least two different abilities. You hear all of their footsteps, you hear teleport, and you hear speed, and it takes us 5 seconds to even rotate around. When if we're playing this corner straight away, they can't even get past the stairs, past even the front doorway that leads between the two areas.
Mm.
So we're holding a much deeper angle, and there's less chance of them being able to spread us apart.
Oh, that's a good point.
So being fast as a rotate here is just really a key important because we're just looking at an angle where we see nothing. And as soon as you see nothing come out of that left door, you should always be looking right door straight away anyway. Like the right side of this building.
Over there.
Yeah.
Um, so going into rotations and stuff straight off the bat, we're gonna see that Ion is instantly gonna back out here, and this is very quickly a very bad rotation as your tank, I believe, calls out that he wants to stay in or something of the sort. And what's going to happen is it's going to be just Alari heals on the tank, and Vap is going to be completely out of the fight. So we, as a note for the future, we just want Ion to like. This is going to happen a couple times. We just want Ion to like die, like here from now on. We want him to pick his spot, and if he dies there, he dies there. But we don't want him to back out and just be out of the team fight. Yeah.
Yeah, I would rather Ion die every fight, but keep our team alive longer, because we're up a player this entire fight and we lose. Like we get the first pick and somehow we lose. And then our target focus is always off. We're not shooting the right targets. Just pause it here, Lord. I know there's only 2 people in, but who in the whole team comp should we be first looking to kill?
Probably Symmetra.
Okay,
Symmetra
cool.
or Kiri.
Cool. You got it right the first time. Kiriko is a bad pick. Kiriko can live for so long. And especially
okay.
in Rush, it's useless going on her. Symmetra, if she can get left click up, you're all dead. It doesn't matter. Right? It's so strong, especially in like these sort of like really close-knit comp where Lucia's speed just gets her everywhere. So Kiri is your Lucia. I don't know hero names. Symmetra is your main target.
Symmetra.
There we go. Look, they all look the same to me. They're all targets. I shoot. Symmetra is the main target, just so you lose so much damage. In a team fight, there's no sustain. Like Genji can't kill anything. Orisa can't kill anything, you know. Bapalari heals is just too strong for everything else. Here, I don't mind the thing, but we should have just got here quicker. And
Where are you pointing?
where you're playing right now is fine. It just needs to be quicker. Like you
Oh,
both
okay.
rotate like opposite directions. Like Ion rotates a completely different way to all of you.
Okay.
Your pylon placement is a bit unlucky there.
I was probably panicking.
I was like, you
Yeah,
know what?
it
At
is
this
just
point here, they're kind of all sitting in corner. I was wondering, could I go around and play the balcony behind them, just to try and like take them off angle, and then rotate back around if I get pressured by Genji or something?
Yeah. Yeah, the car is so far back you can like look for angles somewhere.
Yeah.
You do it anyway. I see you
Yeah.
go around and dynamite. It's a completely fine move. I liked it. You just
I would also
if I would just sit with the team is better.
No, unless you're playing like underneath where the hut is. And like having this angle off angle. It's still an off angle even though you're in the same space.
Yeah.
I constantly was kind of hoping my DPS would take more risky angles so that I could go with them, because I was kind of scared. Is it okay for
You
me to
can
go
shout
with?
to do them. You can just tell them to do
Can
it.
I tell?
Yes. You can
Yeah,
go,
you
I
can
want
be
to
okay.
off angle,
you
Ash,
can
come with
off
me.
Oh,
angle,
okay. All right. So
but
I can go
also
with Ash. That's allowed.
yeah,
Okay.
on a more like macro Alari level, she is very self-sufficient. So I wouldn't right now, but when you have
Yeah,
pylon,
and I
you are
have
fine
Leo.
to take your own angle of like if you want to like make a flank around here, like take this angle instead of playing with your team or
Mm.
balcony. So like
Mm.
as long as you have pylon, it's fine. If you don't have pylon, I wouldn't go for it.
Okay. I don't have the aim of like Ash and those right now, but once I've
That's
done my
fine, but
homework
it's
every
just like
day,
yeah.
I'll that'll be more risky.
Because yeah, you go for dynamite here, which is fine. I'd probably rotate there even faster. Because then if they TP on you, you back out. Yep.
Yeah, I think
This is going to be another. Go for it, Saturday.
I think I was to go on my player. I think I was saving Code Gun for Genji dive on me. I like it.
Yeah.
So I kind of know how to get out window, but I mean, is that fine? If I play aggressive and just keep my coach gun for if they dive me the second, I just get out straight away.
Yeah.
I think that was kind of my plan.
Yeah, you've also got Mega underneath you, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
You've got so much survivability in that room, really.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about support positioning a little bit here. Ion does this very strange rotation of starting out here, and what ends up happening is when the tank has to D-peak, the entire team is just going to naturally look at you, and we want to avoid stuff like that on support. On support, we want to be a very hard to hit target. We want to be out of the way, while still being able to get value. So I want you to be further back here, kind of close to window, or like the window that Asher just went through. And uh, when your tank pushes up, I'm fine for you to follow them here, as long as you're like keeping backing here when they're not peeking. Whereas we're doing like the exact opposite of your. We're about to see your tank push, and Ion pop out. No, Ion go this way, like back here. So
Mm-hmm.
tank gets no heals, and Ion doesn't have any value. Um, and with Olari, it is going to be a very similar thing where you can, instead of rotating here, you can play it up here, and just when your tank stops peeking, you can just play a bit further back,
Okay.
where you still always have value, just shooting in, but you're able to kind of get out of the way.
Mm.
So we're gonna see Ion do the funny silly. Aaron's gonna go in, and we can see right here, Ion is like was completely unable to give. Wait a sec.
He's just gonna say Ion gets no value because he's out of sync with everyone else.
Mm.
He's had to back off when you're all starting to push in now, and so your Ram has got 70-80% less healing than he would normally have, you know. And also you can move
Yeah,
pylon up faster.
yeah.
Here I should have moved it
Yes.
to
As
the where tank is.
yeah,
I want
just on the
pylon
wall.
right here, like right
Okay.
on this wall. And then whenever you back off, I'm fine if you want to put it kind of in under roof or where it is right now. But when your tank's forward, I need it here.
Okay.
But yeah, Azeal's correct, like perfectly right. The
Yeah, I think I put it there
Ion's
for
losing a
Bap
lot of
and
value.
Ash because I wanted them to have something.
Again,
Yeah, but
your Ash is
or is it?
self-sufficient in this position.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
she has Mega underneath her right now, and she has Coach Gun. There nothing can push her, and then not that the BAP should be there, but the BAP is there if she needs healing.
Can I ask if is it right to do that if my Ash didn't have anything but was taking what I think is a valuable off angle or flank, contesting some threatening position? Is it okay to give the pylon to her instead of myself? Like I'm with the tank, I'm pretty safe there. Would that be okay?
I think usually, if someone has a valuable off angle, you would likely want to take it with them, but if you can't, and your tank is perfectly safe, you can play pylon for them for a bit, but just be prepared
Okay.
to change its location whenever
Okay.
you need to.
Okay.
Yeah, you Coach Gun a bit early there, to be honest, but. And then take the higher off angle next time Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
It gives. I hate using Bob to touch. I think it's the worst thing in the world. It can just get countered so easily.
Yeah.
But if you need to, it's less time for the Orisa to react to it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you could hit the payload from up there. I thought it was just playing there to play safe. In case I got like a direct back inch or something.
Yeah.
I
My
think
My
I
dog just
halted
went.
to.
I need to go as well. Just 1 sec. Sorry.
Okay.
No worries.
Yeah.
Can you explain this out for me, Lemon? Why you
Yes,
went
I
for it?
thought that Bob is not going to work. I better alt to give it value. That was kind of stupid, but I was hoping that together we could get value out of it. Because it
Once
was.
Azalea's once Azalea's back, we're gonna explain ults a little bit more. But
Okay.
this sun here, at most, all it's gonna do is hit the Lucio and get a cleanse out. You're trading your ult
Yep.
for like one
Yep.
ability. And in fact, what does happen is you hit the Orisa, and I don't think they even have to use any abilities to get rid of it.
Yep.
Having a situation where it's like you use Sun after baiting out a lot of other abilities, where it's like if you wait for Bob to be up for a little bit longer, it's fine. But just using Sun as a starter is always useless because it's like
Mhm.
it's it's an ult that's over very quickly.
Mhm.
There's not enough time for you to bait out ults with it,
Mhm.
or even abilities with it. It will usually like one ability and everything's gone.
Okay.
Okay. So
And
here,
here, go on.
here we're having an issue where we aren't taking any space. So what's happening is the team is regrouping. We have all five of them in this kind of little square, and besides our Ashe and Alari, we have our tank all the way around the corner. When it would be a lot more like efficient to just have them play the corner you guys originally played. Like just being able to leave cart and take this space again makes it so much easier because you can take a fight and back off without losing point instantly. Um, so it's just that thing of the second a fight's over, you want to get back in and set up.
That kind of sucks.
And then here we just don't chase again.
Genji hides
Oh
down
yeah,
here
I
for
know.
like
No, I
I
remember.
remember that. Yeah, me and Lem, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't hear him
remember. We
dash
both were
away.
like,
I
we were
was
like,
like,
where did
I was
Genji
like,
go?
where did Genji go? Because I didn't hear him dash. I was like, but what? Where
Yeah.
does he just disappeared? Like, if you watch me, I was holding the angle,
Yeah.
waiting for him.
Yeah,
And,
me and him definitely were
I was just
trying
like,
to chase.
You
where
you
the
were
fuck
trying to
is he?
chase,
I
but
was
you,
like, what?
but
But
like
we
we were
couldn't see
saying
where he
earlier,
went.
yeah, like we were saying earlier, you just need to take like one corner. You could even take like back to like holding the first corner that they try and walk past. You know, like down here, yeah. Like trying to hold
I think
any
I tried
angles
doing
around
that,
here.
but yeah, I think I tried doing it, but because the tank wasn't playing there, it was really
Yeah,
hard. I just kept
Yeah,
getting
I
it's
got
definitely
scared too.
maybe you just need to be louder and try and shout for it more. But you have so much time here, you need to like really make them work for every meter they want to even get close to the cart again. Instead of
Okay.
giving them so much space that they can regroup, they have Kiriko rush, they're gonna be on you in seconds after that. Whereas if you play first corner, they have to Kiriko rush to get there and then you can back off. You know, then you've got Ram coming into the next fight. And again, we're just standing on cart, we're just letting them push wherever they want, get as much value as they want.
See what I mean? Like I'm trying to play balcony, but because their tank isn't pushed up, I can't really get any value because they just push me out of it right away.
Here, I'm saying we should ram out much faster than we do. Like Ram's gonna live and we're gonna take so much damage. You know, there's no beat. There's nothing defensively that they can stop it. When we should be able to still win the fight.
Yeah.
Also for supports, I want you to, as soon as you see people pass this barrier, like this kind of line right here, I really want you to instantly kind of start backing. You don't have to go all the way to the end, but even just like here, just have a bit more space where I know Ion jumps, but I'd like a lot more of a like with this angle, you can see, yes, you can see down here, but you're way more like visible. With this angle, you're past your tank and your echo, and you can still see the entirety of fight, like through these walls.
The other difference that we brought up is like you're within Genji dash and you're within Echo fly if you go high ground. So they're using one ability and they're essentially either on you or they're like behind you and there's no escape. Whereas if you go left, they're having to use abilities to get behind your entire team. So your entire team can turn on one person and they shouldn't be able to. A worst case scenario is you trade kills.
Okay.
Is that the same for me then, or do I still play high ground?
You're playing Ashe, so yeah, you'd probably go further back as well.
Good.
If you're on Cass, I say you can play closer.
Yeah.
But here, I'm glad we don't ult. Like he says, you tried to. Like, phew.
Okay, this point's gonna suck to watch, so just be prepared for like awful angles.
Man's
Oh
never
yeah, I
been a
did a
caster.
stupid thing here, I guess.
Uh,
Yeah. Saturday, I think you can take this off angle with Alari. Maybe it makes it a bit more scary.
Yeah. I think I didn't know she went there. I just didn't take it because it was, like you said, within
Yeah,
one
I
Genji
was
dash
looking
and
back
an
at
echo.
Saturday. We need to talk more, man. I think we
Yeah.
both wanted to.
Just for like pylon placement again, I want you to
Yeah, that
think
was
about your
bad.
vision again. It's literally just a thing of a tiny bit higher, and it
Yeah.
can see way more. Or even if you want to like give it to like the team here, I don't mind because you can back out and also see it if it's like so here I like because if it has more vision, and then over here I don't mind because you can left shift and get over to it. So you either want to have it with your team and somewhere you can get to, or able to see your team if they need it. I think later on Ion comes back here and he can't get pylon healing.
He
It's just a
eventually does,
tiny
though.
change, but it makes a big difference. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand your thoughts Saturday, but there's just the difference is Alari's there, and also Ram
Yeah.
is making so much more. Ram is making so much noise in the front line. Hopefully, you should be ignored.
Yeah.
Ion here needs to not continue backing this way. I'm just gonna go up. Ion needs to. What's happening is you just keep holding S into an echo when if you want to like play further back here, closer to your spawn, you're gonna get help much quicker, and you're gonna have an easier time helping your tank. Whereas here it's like echo, or as it can turn and maybe help the echo a bit if you peek again. Whatever happens, you're kind of in a much more dangerous situation. Realistically, though, you never should have backed from here. Like, you need to be a bit more close to your tank.
You just seem
From
lost.
here, yeah,
You get bailed out by Alari's pylon. Like that's
yeah,
really that's the only thing. Like you
yeah,
seem so lost. You don't even know the echo is really behind you.
yeah. Like you back from here, you see the ash coffee, and you instantly decide to go even further away. Where it's like the only value you have is this 1v1 instead of having the value of healing your tank and maybe giving them left shift, putting in some damage of your own, things like that.
I unluckily gets out here.
Yeah.
And then again, this is why you don't touch with Bob.
Mm-hmm.
I wish you could touch with Bob, but it's insta melted and he's like so easy to put. Like,
The only reason I really did it is because the tank kept calling for it.
Yeah.
I just kind of was like, alright, I guess I'm gonna follow the tank's orders. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Also, to be fair, it works in ranked, and we're just lacking scrim experience, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw after the first part, like Arisa just knocks it out of the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, and he was still calling it, and like Luca both told him it's not gonna work. He's just do it. And I was like, okay.
Are you guys seeing anything? I can't.
Yeah, I see the screen share.
Hang on, I gotta
Just
restart.
restart it. Yeah, close it.
It works now. Thank you.
Blame Laird.
Yeah, it's always my fault.
Shit, man. Shit.
Okay.
This
Again, Sun. I never want to see a Sun like this. This is one, you're up a player and they're like not really doing anything right now. They're kind of just chilling behind a corner.
Okay.
So for this Sun to have value, the entirety of your team is going to have to commit, which, considering it's so close to their spawn, I don't really like. Two, if we take a look at Arissa here, she has all of her cooldowns. You need to try and be a bit more patient and wait to see what cooldowns have came out. Like
Okay.
you need to see, has Aressa used her like eat? Has Carrie used cleanse? Is it like actually doable for me to get this off?
Oh, she can eat that
Yes,
with her
and that's
javelin
what's
spin.
about to happen.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what's
Yeah,
happens.
that's what just happens.
Yeah.
I didn't see. I
So
was like,
yeah.
I guess I missed.
We counted
All
it.
right.
You spend 0.1 of a second realizing what is happening after you press Q, and then
Yeah.
you immediately fire it as soon as it's possible.
Yeah, you fire it like frame one, pretty much. It is you're allowed to take more time and just
Yeah.
like
Doesn't it
here
auto
you would
fire
have
at the
gotten
end
spun
as
out of
well?
it. What's that sorry?
Doesn't it auto fire at the end anyway?
Yeah.
So you can take up
Like
to
you will
5
never
seconds.
yeah. So it's just take a second and like if you literally just hold right here for a second, you're gonna realize, oh wait, Lucio and Echo are also in range. If you shoot it here, it doesn't get eaten. Arissa can't eat it, and you're gonna hit 3 instead of 1. So it is like way more valuable to just take your time.
Yeah, I think I was just like, oh, they're all together quickly. But I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
Does
but
it still
even
like
then, it's
stack?
still
Like if
what's
you're
that? Sorry?
close, like does it still stack? Like if you're close to another person who also is sunstruck or whatever it's called. Like it used to be like a chain reaction.
Yeah, still chain reacts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Just to be sure.
but right here, the only person that is going to really hit as well as Aressa is Lucio, and Lucio's just going to right away and like
Okay.
live. So yeah, I think with the ult, it's just take more time and
Okay.
wait for abilities.
All right.
God, this map is awful to be honest.
That's the main reason we never scrim it.
Yeah.
Like I remember, I was like, "There's an echo, but where
Yeah.
is she? I can hear her." And I looked in the wrong direction.
Ion just plays out of position here as well. Like, he just
Yeah.
gets easily isolated by the Orisa spin and just get pushed out of the way of our entire team and focus down.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go over like a really basic like how to structure your comps, right? Playing like around a rematch or playing around Sigma and stuff like that. And I'll draw it up for us all, but yeah, we just need to learn how to rotate. How to just move cohesively. And then, because we're down a player, we just slowly start getting rolled. And as soon as you see your Echo ult here, I just say, all just feed and die, because we're just wasting time. Slowly trying to not die, because now we're in a panic. The card's about to get pushed, and we're hoping for Bob to touch. 3 fights in a row, which leads us to feeding. And this whole last point is useless. They win that off 1 fight.
Like, genuinely, it just gets to the point where you guys are struggling to get any kind of footholds after first. So instead of it being like you guys take a fight, they just stay on point and just keep pushing it as they slowly push you back and back. And if you guys need to take a moment and be like, where should my supports be? Where should I be set up? Whatever. Like, if you give them a tiny bit of space to set up, that's much better than losing the entire point because you're rushing in. Skip ahead time. Let's see how long it takes them to ready up. Oh, perfect.
I feel I remember this.
Pause it. Lemon, what's wrong with this? What's wrong with this whole positioning?
I'm a little disoriented from above. Can I see my point of view? Oh, there I am. Okay. I don't know, but I think I forgot my pylon.
I forget pylon, it's fine.
Which knows that?
Go back to bird's eye for me.
Sorry.
Right, and then put on your spectators. Pause it. Everyone here is within Malga charge range. We know there's a Malga. Both our supports should almost be playing in spawn. There's no need for us to push until this cart is way past the corner. There's no need.
Wait, what do you mean in spawn? Like,
I'll stream.
Like further back
Ahead
or?
here. Like here.
Yeah. You both
You guys
can
should
just
not
play there.
pass this corner until cart is like at least here. Like there is no need for you to be playing Ion and Ilari like within this close of a range to Amalga.
I can't speak for Ion, but I think instinctively, I guess low elo support would feel very uncomfortable when there's a chance of getting cut off from your tank and the rest of the team. And it feels like that. It feels like
right.
Like if
like
the
you see
Malga
how
charges at you.
yeah, or the echo or something. I feel there's, for one, there's a lack of confidence that we can handle it.
Okay.
But I think it's probably that is the instinct here, that I don't want to be cut off from my team.
We'll see what's actually happening is if either of these people or even both push you. Let's say you have Ion and you here, your tank's playing where he is, and the Echo's playing where she is. What's going to happen is everyone's going to turn on them. Instead of you being split, it's going to be their tank and their Echo that are split. It's going to be a 4v2. So it's, you shouldn't be scared. It should be them that's scared. They don't want to have to push this deep for you.
Yeah, what you're saying makes 100% makes sense. I think that's why I said it's an instinct. I think it's just like stupid fear, like to not get separated from your.
I don't want to sound like an asshole, right? But you keep going on about like, I want an off angle. It's exactly the same thing, right? You're not moving, and by doing that, you're creating an off angle.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is
right?
true.
It's like the walk in the park thing I told you.
Yeah. I remember now. It's exactly what you said.
So I'm not sure how long ago. It was a couple months, maybe like 3-4 months ago. There was like Zen comps that were going around, and the Zen would essentially just not move. He would set up in like 1 or 2 places, then not move, and he'd have an off angle to all the other fights. So then everyone would have to either turn on the Zen, who's discarding and shooting them in the back, or they would have to turn on the team. You're almost doing the same thing, As Alari, you're anchoring in one spot. You're keeping your pylon to yourself, and the Bap and Alari should never die.
Is it okay if I go there on my own? If that,
Yeah.
because he seems to be like completely trapped now. So
Yeah, if you
Ignore
I don't-
Ion. Play for yourself.
okay.
Don't base
you
your
live with
plays off
pylon
the
against an
Malga.
Echo. You live with pylon against a Malga, right?
Okay.
Most DPS you can take in a 1v1 for like a long period of time and just like stall. In
Can
worst case
I?
scenario, you make it a 4v4 instead of a 5v5.
Yeah, like if they commit to me, they lose some
Yeah,
spells.
exactly.
If I had the aim, do I have an advantage against Echo?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I missed my headshots, and
That's
I
fine.
also missed the health pack when
Just
we went herb.
learn to aim for the chest. I understand going for headshots, a lot of damage. Just
Mm.
aim for a chest. Aim for whatever is the easiest thing to hit.
Okay.
Because that will scare an Echo more than hitting one headshot.
All right. All right.
I mean, we dive in here, somehow everyone escapes, and we win. Or we kill the Malga, at least.
This is like a complete their team misplay of they charge this direction instead of like just going either directly on the bat and chasing on him or going directly on you. Since you're playing so in their range, it is like you can get stunned by Maga Charge and then just burst it down really quickly.
You know,
It
I
doesn't
do that
matter
a
if you have
lot.
Pally or not.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna make a post-it for that. Out of range of whatever that thing is called. Overrun?
No idea.
Okay. I'll just call it
I just call it
Malga
shift.
charge. Malga.
I should have called it as well. We probably just want to swap to Ash here instead of Widow.
Yeah, I think I did after a while.
You did after a while, but
yeah, I should have done earlier.
Yeah. And then you probably want to set up even earlier in like their hut on the right side as Widow.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And then you just have Widow Alari Bap play in underneath this hut area. Sig's gonna be on cart, and Echo's gonna be like Tracer, just flying around wherever she wants. Right? So your Sig should be taking all the pressure. Right? Because like here, Alari's playing too close. You know? Like you don't even have to
Close
be
to. Oh, okay. I was probably trying to get vision.
I'm playing too close here as well,
honey. Yeah. Not for Ash, but for Widow, you're kind of playing a bit close.
I played close because the cart was in the way, and I was like getting no value when I was
Yeah, I had the same issue.
Like the cart was in the way, and they weren't peeking, so I was just like, oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna try and push with the tank to make pressure, so maybe I can see a gap for myself.
That's a Widow issue, I'll be honest. And then you just get split here. I can't believe you're here in full HP.
Like having
Both
you
Alar.
I don't know how I'm there.
What a strange.
I'm
more surprised by Widow, honestly.
Like if you take high ground here, I almost don't hate it, but like
it's literally just the thing of like,
yeah, we have map control here.
Okay, you guys were struggling very much against the Malga, and the reason that the Malga is winning is because he's realizing when you guys are in a situation like this. The Widow is like often Narnia. The Olari just is getting no value here. So instead of it being a like 5v5 or a 5v4 where you turn on the Malga and burst him down, it is a 3v5 pretty much, or a 3v3 even. But in this situation, it is terrifying for the Sig. He is like more than definitely dead. So just having the Alari back here again, and then rotating here, or having the Widow like back further is just such a big importance in this comp. With poke, positioning is pretty much everything. If you don't position well, you're just gonna get run over and over again.
Yeah, here we're even. I think we whiffed Luxor in the corner.
I think we planned it here.
Look at how much
but I
shield
didn't hear
Sig
what he
gets.
said. Yeah, sorry. Go on.
Like, look at how much shield Sig gets. That's all from Manga pressing E and like shooting at something, right? He shifts in, he presses E. That's how he lives and how he like survives in these comps, right? Because Kiri and Lucio don't do enough healing, which is why you play poke, right? Because they can't out heal the amount of damage that Ashe, Echo, and Sig can do, and Alari. But like, as long as Sig can control the Malga, like, it's an easy win. And you see, our fight is over, and they're taking so much more space than we did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're backing up again.
Yeah, we're all in the same
mostly.
elos.
So like, when that happens, when we're on defense, I just scream at the tank to push up. Because like, I was trying to push up, but like,
yeah,
I
just
got
shout,
pinned
push.
twice because
We need to take space. Just shout, we need to take space. That's probably the best thing to say. They have all 5 ults. I don't think we know that. And then yeah, we just missed Lux here, which is unfortunate.
Again, I feel like the sun's just early. Like
I was.
the value. Go for it.
This was. I don't know if I heard him. I still have some issues with the British, but it sounded like he said that we were supposed to combine the ults. I was a little confused if I'm supposed to wait for them to fall, or if we just do it independently or while they're in the air. How do you combine those two?
You don't. So when it comes to using ults, in every comp there is always primary and secondary ults, right? So your primaries are, for the comp you've got, your primaries is Sig and Bob, right? Those are 2 really easy ults to use, right? You just look at one person for Sig. For Bob, you can just throw it anywhere, right? Echo is like Tracer ult. You build it and you just use it whenever. You probably use it mid-fight as a disruption. Window, you use late on, not late on, but you use it when a fight is starting. You either use it to stop the Malga from running at you, and it's a secondary ult because you don't want to use it first. You never start with Window because it's such an easy ult to just maneuver around.
Okay.
And you don't start with Alari ult because, again, it's another ult that could be easily countered.
Okay.
So realistically, the reason why he probably wanted to like combine these 2 ults is if he hits that flux, which unfortunately he missed, it is just a thing of like everyone around here is probably gonna, or not that big of an area. Probably both the supports are gonna commit abilities or ultimates to keep themselves alive. In this case, Lucio beats even though he misses flux. And then after that, like after everyone has landed and there's been like a second, you you can usually go in with Sun. And then that will be the thing that usually either finishes people off, gets you picks, or will like completely counter beat. Alari Sun just melts through beat completely. It'll get rid of the majority of it like instantly. So it's just things like that. Whereas instead, what's happened is they've popped beat and then they've still had cleanse and stuff to completely help themselves with your Sun, so it gets no value.
Also, your pylon needs to be moved. There we go.
Nice.
I sometimes definitely like zoned out and forgot to move my pylon. Like I had a plan to, and then I just forgot.
Yeah.
I
It
need
just
to
has
stop
to
doing
become
that.
like second nature of
Yeah.
like just always moving it. You
Yeah.
don't want to leave it in the same location for too long, even if you're kind of set up there, just as like a, even if it's a minor change. So they committed 4 ults and we committed 2.
Yep. They commit 3 ults.
Oh, 3. My bad. I can count.
But yeah, we should be covering what ults they used. And we have window, so we should be looking to take a nice long dry fight. Get some space right side, like sort of where the door is. You know, that little archway. Taking a lot of space there and then using window through that. Right, it keeps our space and it doesn't let the Malgo run into us. Again, we're up one really early this fight, but we've wasted window. Like, this window sees nothing anyway.
This soldier gets way too much value in here as well. I remember he didn't die at all. I don't know how he didn't kill him.
Just on the topic of windows, I want us to be a lot more aggressive with them. Here we use it right here, and if we always think about it in terms of line of sight, this is a really easy to kite window. Like you're only seeing through this, like this choke point. Whereas if you even move it up to let's say here, and just have your entire team drop like to this area, it would have been better. Obviously, window isn't the goal there, but it's just in terms of window positioning, we need it to be like something we can use to chase people when they try to kite. It needs to be a lot harder to get away from. We want them to have to like struggle to push through and get away.
And again, we're just playing too close to the Malgo.
Mm.
Here, Ion like sits in this area, which I don't like too much. You're very much in the open and you're not getting a lot of value. If you want to stay alive, you can back. But whilst your tank's gone, I would really like for you to touch and play around this corner. Because overall it's just a lot safer and you're actually giving other people space to play just by touching point. Tough map. It happens, but you know, it was a lot of issues with understanding the comp as a whole. But we're gonna go into a little map where you guys did a bit better. It wasn't perfect, but you guys kind of start to figure out the main ideas of poke.
So if you know what they're running, and they're running this really brawly rush comp, don't play into this room. There's an idiot. You want to just take main,
Hey.
and you want to literally flank around the opposite side, force them to use 1-2 abilities to try and close the gap between you two. You're still
Wait,
playing this.
I didn't understand. Can
Mhm.
you draw what you said? Where should we
Actually, no.
stand?
So you see this comp? He
Mhm.
wants you to play main. When they go on you, he wants you to rotate away.
Yeah, okay,
Mm.
okay, okay. So we
That's
make
If
them
I'm not
come to
mistaken,
us.
Amelia.
Yeah, you
Yes,
force them
you
to
always
use
like-
at least 1 or 2 abilities.
Yeah.
And you can rotate off that.
And we can
Okay.
also play off the health pack. That's what I was thinking. Because there's 2
Mhm.
health packs there as well.
Yeah.
Probably Soldier or Larry take an even deeper off angle.
Mm.
Alari positioning here, good. You saved your ability to get out, which is what I want you to always do, especially against these kinds of comps. I don't want you to use it to like get a position. I want you to use it to get out of a position. BAP here is going to be the same thing of when you're walking. When your entire team's walking, I want you to stop here. I want your team to drop you off and just let you play a bit further back.
Okay.
Because it leads to this situation a couple times where you get kind of caught in this area.
Can I say that every time I noticed the BAP was in trouble, I got like, you know how you don't know what to do and you sort of freeze? I was like, do I go take care of BAP or do I take care of the team because they have no healer? I didn't know what to do. It wasn't this specific moment, but I've felt that lately in the scrims that I don't know what the right choice is there.
Wait, sorry, can you ask that again?
Because
It's
he
fine.
he got low a lot and fast
Yeah.
in the fights, and it's not just this time. and he tends to do some panicky stuff. So, and I understand that, I would too. But I don't know, do I prioritize taking care of him so he can take care of the team, or do I go take care of the team as a healer, even though I don't have a lot of heals?
With BAP, it's
Yeah.
like there's not really a good decision either way. If you
Okay.
spend your time taking care of BAP and he's in a very risky situation, he rarely gets out. But I would rather you do that
Okay.
than like if he's going to die, he's gonna die quickly.
Sorry, audio listeners.
Okay.
So just like help him back if you can. If you can't, like just like leave him to die. It's not always on you to save him. So yeah.
Yeah. No, I understand they're probably targeting him a lot because
Yeah,
valuable
they will
target.
be. It's
Will
just
be.
like they can find out a lot. So the reason I want you guys to play back is because, like always, they have to push a lot farther through your tank. So this is your tank. This is your support. Um,
Mhm.
they have to cover this entire ground through your team
Mhm.
to reach your support. Whereas when your support's here, they can pretty much have from here. Like they don't even have to go through your tank. But if they do, they're covering a much shorter distance. So it is a lot easier for them to reach him.
Okay.
So you can make it harder to be a target.
Okay.
Who's your main target in this comp?
As me, I'd
No,
probably
anyone.
just in general.
Yeah.
I'd probably try and pick out the Echo first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tend to go for whoever's spammiest because I'm scared
Probably,
of them.
yeah, probably the Echo, and if
Yeah.
Lucio's right in front of me, then the Lucio, I suppose.
Yeah. Main target is Lucio, just because you lose their rush comp, you get rid of their speed.
Mhm.
Like Lucio's already a useless character. You make him not in the fight, like their whole comp falls apart, right?
Yeah.
Their Kiriko can't keep up, and has to use abilities to get in. Therefore, if you see her without blink, she's dead completely.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right? Lucio is the main center point of this team. It's what gets them in and what gets them out. Obviously, if you can shoot the Echo, shoot the Echo, right?
Yeah.
But if you see Lucio feeding, you should just die every fight. Here, we're not calming. We're already running in, and our Alari hasn't even spawned in.
I think I told
Yeah,
them.
I
I
think we
yelled at
said
them.
push because because they didn't have tank, and we were just like our
Yeah,
tank said,
okay.
yeah, we get there much faster than their tank, so let's just go.
We also have to take into consideration who died first, though, because their tank's going to make it back before
I know.
our Larry. Like, uh,
I don't mind
even if
pushing,
it's
like, it's how deep you go here. I don't mind
Yeah.
taking this
if you
angle,
guys stop here, I'm happy.
because there's a likelihood that you're going to pick off at least someone in their comp. Their Echo should die pretty much every fight, actually. Double hit scan. But
I think here we were just talking a lot about what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, I think here I need a Larry to rotate with this the soldier a lot quicker. There's a lot of time where where Saturday's just kind of on his own, and it's just because you are a lot more focused on the tank, and with this comp, this isn't your job at all. On a
Okay.
Larry, tank is like the last thing in your mind. If everyone else is dead, help tank. If either of the DPS are alive, you're gonna play with them. Um, so just be a lot more focused on getting with your partner in these kinds of comps.
Okay.
diffed. We're better.
So here, realistically, uh, if Lucio isn't bad, the soldier dies.
Yeah.
And it's solely because he does not have pylon set up and he doesn't have a support there to keep him up.
Yeah. Their rotation is slow, so we get away with making a big mistake.
Yeah.
Your off angle is great.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if I'm playing that off angle and I don't have a healer, do I just stay there and try? Like, the only reason I stay there without a healer is because I have a health pack behind me and I have my healing pylon, and it's easy to rotate to my healers here. But would it just be better to rotate with the Alari just because?
No,
I can hit that
you
stuff
play
easily?
that off angle every time. You just run away a
Okay.
different way.
Yeah.
Like you run
Yeah.
through their team. You just want to run backwards towards your
You
spawn.
just want to run to this
Yeah,
one.
that's
Like,
that's what I
grab
was
this
thinking.
pack.
Yeah, yeah.
The like usually within duos, I like to think of it as a pair having a leader and a follower, where like Anna Brick, the leader is kind of it depends on who's better at which character, but like the leader is usually the Anna and the Brig will follow. And it's just this thing of like this comp the Ilari is a lot more focused on uh being your support person than rather than the other way around. So it's like you do what you want. It is Ilari's job here to be your support.
Yeah, okay.
Like you would never blame the Anna for going and taking an off angle. You would blame the Brig for not following her.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm a nice guy. I won't blame anyone.
I didn't know it was allowed, but
Well, sorry. I'm not blaming you here, by the way, Lemon. I'm just saying, like,
no,
as an
I
example.
agree 100%. I just didn't know I was allowed to leave the tank because of
Yeah.
habit. But I definitely wanted to the entire game, and every time I played Ilaria,
You slowly pick it
feel
up.
like that.
You pick it up during this
Yeah.
map. Like
you slowly
we
get to the point where you're a bit quicker with it.
we have one point. I think it's like straight after this fight where we have an almost perfect setup.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just that thing of like you have to train your brain on Alari specifically to be like she's your off healer just completely.
Yeah. So pause it.
I mean, I've definitely felt it that, oh my God, I can't get much value here. What if I wish I could take an off angle. That's how I felt. And here we were just confused, I think.
Yeah, it's just you just need to quickly run there.
Yeah, I think she did. I remember
Yeah, she
screaming,
does.
Come to me,
just,
come to me, come to me.
Yeah,
yeah, we talked about it.
Screaming.
As just stuff like that. I've just like like the leader will always be the person shouting where we're going. So if me and Azalea are playing like a Lucio and a Sojourn together, what would happen is Azalea is like, Lucio, follow me. Lucio, I'm going here. I'm going there, and it's just that thing of like.
Usually what happens is I just
Lemon,
go, do you have speed? And then I'm like, yes.
Okay. Yeah, true. But what happens here is Lemon doesn't have all the vision in the world. She is looking this way and doesn't realize that her partner is set up. So just doing what you did of just shouting as the goal, and this will apply to Luca too, of just being like, if Ion's slow to follow him, just being like, Ion, come with, Ion, I'm going here, whatever you want to say, as long as you're making sure that they know where you are and they know
Yeah, I
to get to
definitely
you.
didn't realize so. Yeah,
Yeah, no, it happens.
It was good. He told me.
So we set up here. Really, I want Haron to be calming more, because I want everyone to know exactly where their team is facing. Because Cass, Bap, and Soldier Alari, I want to swap positions next time we do this, because Alari Soldier is much faster than Bap and Cass. Just so you can rotate faster, right? I want you.
Wait,
go on.
Sorry, did you mean that we swap like where we're standing, or that we move when we see that they're there?
No, I want you to swap where you're standing.
Yeah,
so.
And then rotate towards the tank, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, you're gonna go through a window and probably play the high ground behind them.
Yeah.
It's just so if their Malgo runs on you, the Bab Cass have less chance of getting out.
Okay.
As you're gonna see.
That was just my bad.
No, that's fine.
Because as you're gonna see, right, like Haron needs to be like just calming that they're right side, so you two, so that Luca and Ion can just get out way faster, right? Because
real quick, just another thing, pylon took a while to go up, and I'd like to see it like probably further forward, like on the roof here, just so
on
you
the
guys
outside
can
or
inside.
No, like
inside. Yeah, because outside I think that
I can
they
go
can
and
see
show.
it.
Yeah, is just so like you guys have that space to move forwards. Because when it's out here, this can't see you the second you walk to like even here.
Okay.
But if you have it up this bit, like way more, you guys can walk out here and still see it.
Okay.
Which I like. You guys can do on this comp. The second you see that like that side is where they're going, you can push out and take this angle and still shoot them. Like you don't have to sit like all the way back here. I probably should have explained that a bit more in depth.
Yeah. Your whole team wants to just like rotate around the enemy teams. So you're always taking like one Genji dash, one Mauga charge. You're always one of those away from the team. So if they're rotating left side, your left side team backs up and your right side team pushes forward. And your Sigma plays in the middle to try and see where the Mauga's going.
So my question, right? If they're going right side, should me and Lemon just rotate like left to the health pack on their side, and then we set up again with our tank in the middle, and they play right side of the tempo?
Yes, I
Yeah,
was wondering
you
that
can
too.
do that. You can play you can like flip the map.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just flip it for wherever they're playing, and then we just.
Yeah, you can either go to the center, which. You can either go to point, or you can play their high ground and like flip the map. I don't mind that. I like that.
Yeah.
But you'll have to lead the way though.
Yeah,
next time.
it's fine. It's kind of yeah.
It'll come second nature when it happens.
Yeah, it's kind of like it has to be a team thing as well. Like we can't solo do it, or else we get punished.
Also for payers, people who are the support can also call things. It is literally just sorry, I'm messaging Ion. I'm looking at our DMs. It is literally just down to like
videoed for everyone.
Yeah, I know. We can put a little block there.
I ain't doing editing. Fuck you.
Okay, I get it. People who are supporting can call ideas. It is just like for the most part, leaders of the duo will be the person who's quicker and needs to react faster. So in this situation, the soldier is going to have to like rotate to get a pick before the Alari usually will, which is why he's the leader. But if the Alari has to rotate, the Alari can call, we have to go. We have to do this. But usually it is the leader who will like be doing that thing for the most part. So don't be scared to be like, oh, Saturday let's push up, let's play this angle. Or Saturday if they're coming right here. Saturday they're pushing, we have to leave. Like just whoever spots it first can say it, but for the most part, we're setting up. The leader will call things.
Yeah, and Haron should be calling where they're usually at anyway. So it should just be we're leaving, we're pushing. But yeah, Casbap don't get out fast enough, and the Ajax, no one calls it.
Yeah, no one called that. I was like, man.
I don't remember it, so I mustn't have heard it.
Yeah, I don't think you did.
You're too far away.
Okay, so here again, it is. I don't know if this was called that they were going up that way, but they see this echo, and you guys see this Moga. Instantly, we should just be going for this. I think we might be a bit slow on it.
We're slowing all our rotations.
We stand here for a minute. And the reason, this is fully the reason we lose, or fully the reason we die here, specifically Ion. Whilst you could have been moving here and probably been like where Cass is right now by the time Mugga landed and it dropped, you're still very much in their way. And instantly, I want Haran to be like moving more towards this where your team is going to be dropping. You want to give them protection as soon as you possibly can. So we all like everyone takes a while to rotate here.
But like they use both support ults, their Q rush hits nothing. Like if they just wait, this fight. I mean, this fight is won with one ult, and we don't use we only use one ult, right?
Yeah.
So, like somehow we're winning the ult advantage, though that could have gone way worse.
Yeah. Lemon, see when you see these people charge, I do not want you to cross over the point. This is the exact opposite of like the goal. You want to stay here. If they start walking towards you, you back. I
I
know.
think I was trying to take the
Same
heat
goes for
off of
soldier.
them. Yeah.
Yes, but it's mostly just a thing of like you don't really have the ability to do that on
Yeah,
this
that's true.
character. If you want to
I'm
move
not
Pylon
Zen.
up to point for a minute, you can, but like
Oh.
other than that, I do not want. I don't care if Pylon goes out and Ensa dies, as long as you are not the one to die.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
here you can't put Pylon out ever again. It's just gone. Like Pylon's dead for the rest of the fight. Whereas if you were back here and you lived, you could put out another Pylon in like 15 seconds. So
But
it's like
then, so is my goal to just let them? Because I felt like, okay, who's gonna heal them? The rage isn't huge for my beam. Is the goal to just let them die on point then, and we just reset?
from here, if your tank backs to this side of the point, you should be able to reach him.
Okay.
So you can still heal. It is just a thing of you need to get used to healing from a bit further away.
Okay.
You're very eager to get in there and be more active, whereas with this comp, it is a very patient and like take your time kind of thing. You want to always be on your tempo, which is a bit slower than everyone else. Like with brawl comps, they're like, cool, we want to get in and kill everyone in 2 seconds. With dive comps, it's okay, we want to get in and kill everyone in 2 seconds. It is with this one, it is like, okay, we're gonna take it slow, we're gonna stay alive, we're gonna poke things, we're gonna shoot things, we're gonna shoot things. Someone died, cool. 10 seconds
Okay.
passed, someone else died, cool. It's like a lot more. You just need to realize that getting in and doing things is like a bit more risky.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, overall, the like actual idea of getting out, even though you were slow, it was still the right idea. Voice crack. Hee.
I mean, we just pop every ult in existence.
I remember I said it's like in bronze, and everyone just responds to ults with an ult.
I think I kind of just.
Look at you all using it.
I think someone said like window and then used pre-ult and visor. I think I just kind of autopiloted and was like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Also, window big, just massive here. We got one guy that can use it.
So here, I don't mind Sig dropping from main, but I mean Bamp, Cass, just stay high ground. Alari, Soldier, you taking this left angle is fine. You can even further rotate around if you need to. You know, you're the only person that the Mauga can go on in this comp then is Sigma, or split the difference and go in between Sigma and you guys. So
when you say further rotate around, you mean in the house
in
and
the
then
house,
take
yeah.
that flank? Okay.
Also, just as like some basics for ult usage, we don't want to pop a lot of things at like the same time. We want to have like, especially with poke, we want to kind of have one ult go off and then after a bit use another ult, like continue our uptime instead of just like trying to burst everything down at once. Because like you'll see here, they use 2 ults and get the exact same value we did with 4 ults. They actually get more value. It was just like if we use window, like from up here, cool, 1 ult, we can like slow this down a bit. After a while, we maybe combine that with visor, then we wait a little bit. We like maybe even sun after that if it's still going on. It's just we don't want to pop everything all at once. We want to kind of spread it out a bit more.
Yeah, so the way I would ult fight plan this is I would say, alright, I'm gonna drop a Sigma. I'm wanting window on high ground. If they keep investing, I want visor. If they invest on me, I want visor. No.
Okay.
No combo, like,
no,
you
like
don't
window
have a
visor
combo.
or anything. Okay.
Like, there's no combo in this team comp.
Okay.
So is that Ults like layout only for a poke? Like, let's say you're playing like a Lucio Rush or a Ram Rush or something like that. Can you then just use like 3 ults at the same time just because you want to drive onto them, kill everything as quick as possible? Or do you still
It would
out
still be
one after
like
the other?
one after the other, but it would be a bit quicker, right?
Yeah.
Like, so in like Ram Rush comps, you have like a Tracer, so you might use like Tracer and something else at the same time. Just
Yeah.
because Tracer, you can use that ult whenever you want.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Usually I
you
wouldn't combo like
go on.
usually I wouldn't combo more than like 2 ults at a time on most comps. Like you want to kind of spread them out just because at a certain point, like the third ult isn't gonna make that much of a difference, you know?
Yeah.
Like, cool, if you nano blades, well, what's Window gonna do right now? You're gonna kill like 3 people. And then if you don't kill 3, you window after that and finish them off. Like, it's just you're
Yeah.
overcommitting to things sometimes.
Yeah, like your
Uh,
combos, sorry to go on, but your
No,
combos are like Nano Blade. You've got like Grav Dragon, Grav Far ult, stuff like that. So it's like a controlling ult and then a damaging ult, whereas, you don't really have any controlling ults.
You want to explain what those are? Controlling and damaging, in case people don't know.
All right.
I assumed it was the ones that make or grab people or force them somewhere, and then
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
tank ults usually do.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
mainly tank ults, you've got Zarya, you've got Mei. You can use an ult with Mei ults sometimes.
And hey,
Um,
Ilari does both.
I don't know what
Wait,
that means.
She slows people down,
Maybe
and
it's
she
well,
does
it's
I don't
less
know.
like
It's
I wouldn't
forces
really
them to spread
classify
out.
Alari as a controlling ult. It's more so like Alari is very much a damaging ult. That's just because it's so quick. I wouldn't count it
Okay.
as controlling.
Mm.
Like with like if you were like stun someone, it's like less effective than that. So it's very
Yeah.
it's not very controlling. I'd use it as a damaging ult most of the time.
Okay. Wait, I had a question. About like the mindset of like, so when you have your alt economy, when you play poke, is the idea that you sort of you capitalize on the other alt, like of the like how it like maybe took down some of their health or their cooldowns or whatever, rather than try to get kills immediately. Like I don't know if I'm explaining it well, but let's say Visor gets them low and then you window after, or vice versa, to capitalize on their sort of defensive situation that the first alt caused. No one understood
yeah.
what I said.
No,
I don't,
I
I
understand.
think I get it.
It's like
Okay.
yeah, it's like well, what I understand is like you use an ult and then let's say it's a like a nanoblade or something like that. You only if it doesn't get much value, then you use another ult so that that ultimate like gets
Yeah,
more
is it,
value. It's kind of like a cleanup crew afterwards.
am I exactly
If it
like
Right.
doesn't
clear?
do the
Am I
same
trying
job.
to capitalize on the results of
So
the previous alt when we're dealing
so
poke?
you're ulting with tempo, is what you're trying to say.
I maybe.
Yeah. So you use one ult and then off the either the low health that they get or the space that you push them in, you're using another ult to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just tempo ulting, and that is what we're talking about anyway. We're not
Okay. Okay.
saying take it so slow that you've only got one ult in play at the same time. If you window and then visor 3 seconds after that, that's what we want,
Okay.
right? But you'd visor from an off angle or something like that. You wouldn't use window.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then here they've changed Echo to Tracer, but more high level stuff. You just try and work out how to play around this comp a bit better.
Oh.
Here, I'm gonna give props to both of you two, Saturday and 11. Just seeing that there's a lot of pressure here, but your team's managing it and taking this off angle to like get some really important like pressure on was like perfect. Um, even though it wasn't like the exact thing we called to you of like going down here, just knowing that like, okay, I'm playing soldier. I have the space to go in here and like just sprint there really quickly and shoot at people is perfect for this comp. That's exactly what you want to do.
Great.
So this is where you guys definitely figure it out a lot more. Also, Lemon going the wrong way again. Unlucky.
But they were saying stuff and I'm still figuring out.
Yeah.
But
No,
I'm
I get it.
learning.
Pylon.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
And you put
There
it in
we
the
go.
simplest.
Oh,
I
here I
know,
was
but you know it for
misunderstanding what he
next time.
said. Yeah, I think he was pinging the other side, and I was like,
But again,
okay, yeah, I was.
they do the same dive, and Ion just gets lost.
We don't really want to back this way, specifically because it is like splitting yourself off. If Ion was even further back when he started rotating, he maybe could have made it round here, but it is so much quicker. Like you can look at the safety of Luca compared to Ion. Like Luca has a whole tank in front of him.
M1
Full HP,
Abrams.
everything. Huh?
I was naming a tank. It's fine.
Oh. And then Ion is just like he has two enemies on top of him that just got to walk on him for free. So you always kind of want to, if you're making a rotation, rotate to what you think is the safest spot. If your tank's like here, it's still like it's a bit more effy of like, hey, maybe you do rotate here in some situations. It's just like you have to learn to judge where the safest spot is, and right there, it was definitely behind tank.
I think we were probably trying to save VAP here. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, you were.
you're too far forward still though.
Yeah.
I think we were all like, no VAP, and just forgot.
Yeah, if
to
you
think
just play on the
about.
bottom right pillar here,
If
like you
do
do
it
exactly
here,
the same thing.
Okay.
like here or here, you help him if he gets out either way.
Okay.
Because at that point it was a lost cause. I don't think you could have saved them.
Okay.
In this scenario here, because my whole team is pushed up, do I just push with them, or do I still play that angle because it's the correct angle?
Which angle are you talking about? In the
Like you sit like where I am now, because
you just go.
a second ago my whole team was pushed up like nearly where Ion was to try and help him, but like because they're all up there, do I just help or do I just stick to the real proper
I
angle?
know Luich saying bottom right here. I think you can just go like keep going forwards, upwards, and shooting at window.
Okay.
Like here.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, okay.
I need to find out what color works here, man. God
Pink.
damn. Okay, but something pink doesn't really
Yellow.
work with enemies.
Maybe like bright
Yellow isn't
green.
working, it's too bright.
There's no
What do you mean
green
it's
on
too
the
bright?
map.
What? It's meant to be bright, no?
It has to be bright or we won't see
strange.
it. It's really shitty quality
I'm
for
just
me.
strange, okay. My bad.
Laird needs internet.
God damn it, dude.
It comes
Go.
and goes though, so I think it's like something going on.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi dips a lot.
Yeah, it depends how
That's
many
good with
people's in the
me.
McDonald's or not.
Exactly. Right now it's a bit more busy. It's dinner time.
Yeah, and then this is all just clean up afterwards, you know.
Here again, I just want you to take an angle with more vision, whether you go back main or come back here. I know you're splitting yourself off a bit, but like they need to touch point. You're way more safe and have just as much value.
Are you talking to all of us or me?
You.
Just you specifically,
Oh,
sorry.
okay. Yeah.
Like your tank stays point. These two are not gonna kill him, and if he
Okay.
needs heals, he just stands here, like behind this line, and you heal
Alright.
him. Yeah, it's just a thing of like safety again.
Okay.
Huge beat.
DPS through. But yeah, you guys figured out the like
You
the
figured out
rotation
really
a
well.
lot
You played
better.
it good.
Yeah, like just getting out here a lot quicker was good. Being more aware of where they were pushing from was amazing. And taking off angles was just 10 times better than Ship Valley was. Uh, this comp, I think we have a little bit less to say, but you know, we can still talk about it. So instantly, I want to say, I put you on I put Haron on a very bad character here. I don't want you guys to feel pressured to stay on a character that is being like very much countered. You see the Zarya and you see the Echo, and it's like that's kind of scary. My DM is gonna do very little here. Like their comp just isn't very good for a diva to play into. So if you want to go monkey, go monkey. If you want to change comp entirely, like don't feel afraid to just kind of go against us a little bit. Because we're
What
not
about
gonna like ghost for you all the time.
uh,
Go for it then.
can he not use his mobility, his vertical mobility to his advantage, and just sort of avoid them
He
and still
can a
be a bit
little
of a
bit, but
threat
it's like
towards his backline?
it's Diva isn't very much of a like. I know
I mean,
she's
I was
kind of
standing up here
dive,
at the.
but
Sorry, go on.
I know Diva is kind of classified as dive, but she's not the best at doing a dive.
Mhm.
She kind of just walks places and then like closes that very short amount of distance.
So, what I'm gonna say, you know how you talked about that
Yeah.
Monkey Rush compy player?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what
with
that's
Moira.
sure. I'm just talking about the tank. Diva
Oh,
is
okay.
that, right?
Oh.
Lyric, this is being recorded.
Right,
Yeah, Diva is that. Diva
Okay, she's like
in my opinion is more of a rush hero.
a rush
She's not
kind of
dive.
situation. Okay. So would I like speed boost her?
No.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
What?
no.
Brother.
There's no need.
Right. Right. Okay.
But I go with her.
Yeah,
Or...
you go with her.
I would.
Okay.
I.
Alright, she doesn't.
We
I'd
can
speed
I mean,
boost
devisit
he's...
later,
after.
Azalea.
You speed boost after she's already dove. You don't speed boost her in.
I mean, it depends on the range you're playing at. If it's like
Yeah, but Diva shouldn't need
timing
to
them.
be speed boost into a range.
With Winston, we had to speed
Okay.
boost him in so he could dive out. But I don't know if that's necessary for Diva, maybe.
No, Diva's got
No,
way
she would
more
be able to
armor.
boost her 10.
Mhm.
It's just like I think my opinion is just like, hey, if she kind of wants to get to the BAP and the Hanzo here and make it after they start backing, you'd kind of like a bit of speed boost.
Yeah,
Okay.
but when?
But
Yeah.
it's really kind of calming. It's chill.
But
Maybe
it doesn't
hates
do
me.
anything on the boosters, right? Like when you're
Yes.
in
I'm
the
pretty
air?
sure it does.
It does.
It speed boosts
Yeah.
people in the air?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. Holy shit, that's embarrassing. I
Yeah,
don't know.
happens.
you don't have to be on the ground to get speed boost.
Wait, can I speed boost Farah?
I think so.
Yeah. You just have to be in range
my
of her, which
God.
is kind of hard.
I'm so embarrassed. I'm sorry.
No, it's good.
The reason you don't have to worry about Diva, by the way, is because she has more armor than Monkey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember in Overwatch 1, she was the only one I couldn't one-shot with Zen. Her and, like, Hammond, maybe. Because they had so much armor.
Well, Hammond's a little rat, so...
Yeah.
Why isn't a headshot on Hammond just a one hit? Let's be honest. You're fucking blowing you're blowing a little hamster to smithereens.
He should demech too. That's when you can one-shot him.
Oh my god,
Little
imagine a
hamster.
fucking Hammond running around. Oh my god.
Bro, that'd be so fun.
Everyone's
like,
where is
absolutely
he?
stomp.
No, that'd be horrific as a Widow player. Imagine a little fucking Hammond
No,
No one
I
can
don't
see
know.
him.
He just nibbles your ankles.
Yeah, he's just nibbling my ankles, I can't
He
even
only
see
does like
him.
1 damage a second, but you know.
The ultimate widow counter.
Yeah, we don't have much to say here. I mean, you rotate really slow, you don't... Like, I don't know if it's not just being calmed where they are, but we're all just, like, looking around.
Oh, yeah, there was like no comms this game, I remember.
I don't know that we have that much experience with Diva, so I personally I can say I wasn't entirely sure what I was supposed to do. But I just thought, okay, we go with her and kill people. That's sort of...
Yeah. I mean, we try and do that every map, I hope.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like Ion peeking that, but you know, gotta pick. I can't complain too much. I still like the idea of like even if you want to spam from like around here, I'm happy with that until it's start pushing. But going up too
Deft.
much can be very scary. Real. It's already popped.
So we pop walls here. We know exactly where they are.
Yeah, they don't push though.
Yeah.
They sit there the whole duration. Remember it.
Yeah, we're just sat there waiting. We have 3 alts and we're doing nothing, you know? I want a bit more activity here, I think.
Which would be the
what,
primary
what
here?
would you do?
But
Sorry, go on.
They're down BAP, you know, you can probably kill their, like, they have no healing, right? Their BAP dies, they've got no healing. Their Hanzo's the next easiest target to kill, and then it goes Echo, Lucio, Zarya.
But we push without ults once the BAP is down.
Yeah, you don't you don't need to ult, but
Okay.
you know, a copy can't go bad or anything like that.
Mm.
You know, you just think probably if you take like, and again, right, like Sights has just gone down, you know they're not left side, and none of us rotate. Like it's so early.
No beat here. Nuh-uh. Flame time?
Yeah.
Never beat here ever again. This is, you guys are up an alt right now. Two alts actually. You have Echo up. I always forget because they don't like change the color of the character in the icon. But like everyone's full HP. This is just kind of a very aggressive beat, and what's going to happen is you guys are going to get counter beat and lose a lot of the value of those two ults and your beat.
I don't know what
So-
happened here. I think we talked about can we use an aggressive?
Yeah, I know Haron likes this. This goes out to you, Haron. Aggressive beat sucks. Overwatch
Yep.
1, it was really strong. It was really good. We're not playing Overwatch 1 anymore. It's the like the secondary beat that goes off in every fight is the better beat.
Oh, so it doesn't work anymore.
No, going
Like, if
aggressive
you
with beat
beat
just
an
doesn't
amp.
work.
Okay.
If you look at this, we have Kitsune and a copy up, and we use beat first, but they still have beat left over, and our tank is like half the HP of the other tank. It is very much just a thing of like, whoever beats first usually loses the fight.
Also,
Like, unless
Saturday,
you commit a bunch of others else.
just play high ground here. You don't need to play so far back.
Yeah.
Like, I know you can't see anything in this position. I think you move forward now, but
I do, yeah. I moved
Yeah.
to the high ground.
just do it quicker.
Just earlier? Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as they go like this deep left side, you just want to play this high ground.
I like this. When you bully the map, this is good. Do this more. I'm begging. This is the GOAT play.
Mm.
You are taking out. You have no more like value to give, so you instantly go on this map and you take away all of his. That is
Okay.
the perfect play there, and I was so happy to see that when voting this earlier.
Oh,
Like,
thank you.
genuinely, just do that more often. The second it's like you've amped your team in, you've used beat, whatever. Like the second you can't help one point anymore, bully their supports, bully their DPS,
Okay.
bully their widow. I don't care who it is you bully. Make it a 4v4 because Lucio sucks. Lucio bad. As soon as he's beat and as soon as he's speed, he is awful character. So just making it a 4v4 instead, it's amazing. That is like, look at your team clears up everyone else whilst you're like dying to the BAB, and it looks like you're losing the 1v1, but it doesn't matter. The BAB didn't have any choice but to like take it.
Okay.
So,
just
so
make a
you
beard
know when
look
you
like a
said
rainbow.
pleasure to the
Buddy, look around.
kind of high ground there?
Oh
Like,
shit!
I wanted to, but the only reason
Yeah.
I didn't is because the Echo was still alive and I was afraid he's going down. because I was too
Trans
close.
flag right
Why did I say oh shit?
Oh,
What is
some
that?
YouTube video started playing. I
Oh,
had
was
like
it loud?
Right.
I had like
Nope.
cartoon noises playing. And I'm like, oh, something's playing.
I don't think there's honestly a lot to learn from this map, so if Azalea's good with it, I think I'm ready to go on to the like more talk about some comms and the spreadsheet I'm gonna give you guys. If Azalea's good with that.
Yeah.
No,
Don't feed.
he's
I
taking a
mean,
nap.
both supports just ran in front of our tank at the start of this fight. That's
Oh
the
yeah,
only thing I
we'll
want to
show
show.
that real quick. We'll show that real quick. Let's get Isles POV.
The only thing I
Um,
can tell Ion to help with, stop looking at the ground. There's no pennies. You're not gonna get generational wealth from looking at the ground here.
so right here,
Like
we
you
land
look
nothing,
at
and then when we go free cam, both our supports are ahead of our tank chasing this kill, and it's like, okay, cool, you might get that kill, but there's a ram behind you who is going to bully your tank and then bully you. So it's like your Ryan has to charge in to get past you, and now it's just Ion's gonna die. Watch this. He just dies. If you're back here when your Ryan is going crazy and then you walk up, like you're safe. You live. The ram pushes you, you're just gonna walk back. You're taking someone out of the fight while your Ryan just absolutely rolls the rest of them. It is so much easier than just going in and like chasing down that pick. Keep in mind, I know Bab's right click is like not a hit scan, but it still has a lot of range. From here, you can definitely hit that door. From here, you can hit Ryan from all the way over there. You have enough range to play this far back, and you can still shoot the Lucio and shoot the Ram. You can do whatever you want to do. So like right here, you guys just end and like, shocked Lemon doesn't end up getting bullied for it in some way. Like being full health here is kind of crazy. Hyper takes the
I
beating instead.
I can say
Harry takes the
I will
beating.
admit I did not know the tank was there. I just kind of assumed, well, the support are there, so the tank must be there. I
I'm
didn't
pretty sure he
realize
was
they got
on
split
both of
up.
your screens, like
Yeah, yeah.
at
I'm sorry. I
in
should
one
have
point.
better
No,
awareness.
it's fine. It's literally just like on Lucio, I get it more. Like, sure, but this isn't just a Lucio issue. That like we did this on other characters too.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I will admit I
it's
was
just
like,
like
oh, we're going for it.
yeah,
I
like here it's just you guys won the fight. Your Ryan somehow clutches up, but like you guys just I'm shocked you guys didn't get bullied a bit harder for it. I think they were
mm,
just so overwhelmed with how quickly you were going that it kind of caught them off guard.
mm.
Do you want me to
Okay,
do
cool.
like general compositions or just for Russian poke?
Yeah, go for that.
Alright. I'll just do this thing. How do I get to this? I'll just go over this really quick and then we can get into communications. So we'll do poke first because I hope I explained it, but the way you want to play, like I'm just gonna do this. We all know how like football positions are shown, right?
Mhm.
So
You mean soccer,
yeah, soccer.
football?
Well, any type of sport, right? How they just
Yeah.
show it on a map. I'm just gonna do the same thing for a general layout, and then you just change it for each map, right? But for poke, right, I want the main tank to be here, either Sig or Ram. Our supports are going to be Bap and Alari, and I want them like really far in the back line, right? Bap here, and Alari here, and I want Ash to be playing on the Bap side, right? And then it'll be either Echo or it'll be Genji, and um, they're just playing in their own world, right? So we have a core of 3 here. Our Sig is taking all the poke, our Ram is taking all the poke in the front line, and our Echo or our Genji is flying off in their own direction. Right?
The art skills go crazy.
Okay.
Alright. Does that make sense, Lemon?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
I was a little surprised. I didn't know you could play Genji and a poke comp, but I guess it makes sense to go
Yeah,
harass the support or
it's
something.
yeah, it's just for the burst damage afterwards.
Okay.
Um,
So he can stand a little bit further
Oh.
away and just spam. Like he doesn't have to
Yeah,
dive.
no one has to get close.
Okay.
so you know you said I have to play on Bab's side, but what if I like a Larry has a better off angle, or there's an off angle that I can play that I won't get punished, but let's say
But
Bab
that's
gets
fine.
punished because he has no mobility.
That's fine. The yeah. I'll just draw
So
it again, right? So
for
if we're going
flat places.
yeah. If we're going in for the
Okay.
BAP light, the BAP's going to be in the middle, right? And either Alari and you can be over here, or you can be over here, or you can be back here, or here, anywhere, right? So it's within your group of 3, you all can be roaming just as long as you're close enough to each other that you can help each other out. Because you're the main damage, you need to live for poke to work. Right? Our Alara needs to live. Hopefully they'll keep the BAP alive, and then the BAP lives, and will keep the tank alive. And then for Rush, let's say we're playing the Lucio BAP, right? So our Ram is going to be here. We were playing Tracer, that's off an on that's on an off angle. What else were we playing? Were we playing Cass in that game, Lord?
Cass, yeah.
So our Cass is just going to be behind the Ram here. Our BAP is going to be way in the back. There's no need for him to get anywhere close. Right? I want this to be like 10 meters. This distance between these 2 characters. Minimum. And then our Lucio just roams between these 3 and plays in sort of a triangle.
Okay.
For specifically, I'm gonna say for Rain Rush, I want you to more so be towards the Rain.
Yeah. So if we were like looking at this like percentage wise, right? In Ram, you're playing sort of here. In Rhine, you're playing way up here, right? You leave this BAP on his own, and our Cass and BAP play together.
Okay.
I did. Sorry, go on.
No,
it was because I was concerned about the time when my BAP kept dying, and I watched the replays, and I noticed that I did see when he was being attacked, but I wasn't fast enough. And I think if he could say or use like a voice line, "I need help," when he sees Tracer, then I don't need to be so close, maybe, because I don't know, but he didn't say anything at the time. That
he was
being attacked.
This will be a mix of comms issues and mechanical issues. Like
I
it's
have
just
I need
you have to
help
get
bound.
quicker.
Like,
yeah. He needs to be a bit quicker at calling. He needs help, and you need to be like, just keep practicing your Lucio movement. Because sometimes it is just like you take a while to get places.
If you say anything like "I need help" or "I need healing," the voice line, anything would help. So I know that because I could hear the Tracer, but like she was so far away, I can't just stand there and wait for her.
Yeah.
Because that was an issue I had a lot. So.
Yeah, same for me.
I mean, really, our Cass and BAP should be able to survive like a Tracer if they play together, but again, if one person rotates and doesn't tell the other person, or if our BAP rotates and doesn't tell our Cass or whatever, there's not much we can do.
Fix the top of the triangle. I'm begging.
What?
Oh, don't fix it.
It's a pentagon now. What are you gonna do about it, bitch?
No, it looks like a fish. All right.
In the BAP Cass kind of duo that's going on, who is the follower and who's the caller?
It's less like a. With that one, there is less a like. How would you describe it? You're less likely to have a follower and a caller. It's more so just you guys will do your own thing, and then when each of you needs help, you will like call it and heal for each other. Like you just want to kind of keep an eye on each other, and like stay somewhat near each other. With this kind of comp, realistically, you and BAP should not be too far apart originally. Like, just at the start, it should be like you guys will kind of get dropped off at a similar location. The cast might take a bit of a wider angle, or the BAP might play like a tiny bit further back, but you will be in each other's vicinity for the most part.
Yeah. I was gonna say sometimes I pushed up to get an easy kill or something like that, and then there was just like a tiny bit too much distance for me to get there. Like I was like half a second too late or something like that, and BAP was dead.
That's just like a thing of you kind of have to weigh stuff like that up.
Yeah.
The BAP should also follow you a little bit, but like if he doesn't, it's like you don't want to overextend for a pick.
Yeah. But I mean, like sometimes I just like extend it a little bit out of like the comfort zone, I suppose, and then BAP would die because either don't know tracers on. I just can't make it there just about in time. Like if the team pushes or something like that.
I mean, you can call that to BAP and say I'm going up if you want your BAP to kind of follow you. What are you typing? Oh, okay.
Lots of talky. That's my talk noise.
Okay.
There you go.
We're doing comms now?
Yeah. I'm just getting you ready, big man.
Okay. So yeah, like your BAP should be able to kind of move a bit like kind of closer to you at times. And then like other times if he's scared, he might stay back, but it's just you don't want to leave too far. You should be able to turn around and at least hit a body shot on a tracer to kind of scare her.
Yeah.
Add a couple more lines for Saturday. Just like small ones. Yeah.
There you go.
I'm coming more than Luca. Okay.
Actually,
Is
that's
that a lot for Ion?
No, that's misrepresentative.
You know, you could just press undo.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
you can
I guess
press
he's doing
undo.
all the calming.
You have the eraser on. My guy.
Yeah, I forget it's this
Yeah,
one.
but he changed the background color to black, so the
Right.
eraser should do black.
Oh my god.
It should do black,
wrong.
right?
Yes, it looks like you did the right
black.
settings.
I know.
He just filled it with black.
There we go.
He does not know how to use paint.
I don't know how to use paint. I've never used it, right? There we go. Boop, boop. And then...
Lemon.
I got it.
Lemon. He did it correctly.
Right, what's going on with them?
I'm impressed.
I want like big spikes and then like little spikes.
All right, if we say that the longer lines are in team fights, it'd be like a little one, big one, little one, big one, little one, big one, little one.
Yeah.
All right, so this is all in between fights. This is during fights.
Okay.
Ion doesn't need to talk. He only needs to speak like literally when he's low HP. And if he's using an ult.
Okay.
What about like I don't have LOS or something?
That would be the little speaks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna quickly go through this. It shouldn't take too long. You're all gonna get your specific roles for communication. And you're all gonna have specific jobs to communicate stuff. I'm gonna start out by calling out what people need to talk more and what people need to talk a little bit less. So priority number one, since you're here Saturday, I want you to start building up a bit of confidence with just yelling. Just being like, you can be a quiet little guy sometimes, and that's a lot of DPS players. I just need you to like, if you hit someone in the head on Ash, just be like, just scream that person's low. I don't even care if they're not low. Just get used to yelling it.
Alright, do I do it over a tank combo or?
Yes. Like.
Because
Okay,
I
I'll
did it
start
one time, and I remember someone said to me like, "Just don't do that." I was like, "Oh, okay, never mind."
Okay, well they can listen to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna explain a very like basic concept that me and Azalea got taught. It's called Monkey King, right? And the very basic premise is whoever is in charge is the person who's yelling the loudest. So you need to know when to yell as loud as you can to like get other people's attention, and you need to know when to not yell. So see things like if a tracer's flanking and you get them one and they don't have recall, then that is a time to become Monkey King and just yell, just scream. But if you're just talking about, oh, they used beat, you're a little monkey peasant. You're a little monkey peasant. You're gonna shut the hell up. You're gonna be a little bit more quiet in case someone has a very important issue that needs to be yelled. So for most like pre-fight calls, you are going to be like kind of just talking. You're not going to be yelling things. There is like a level to everything. So for Harren, he's usually going to be the Monkey King. He'll be calling where he's going. He'll be like calling who's low. He'll be calling like rotations, whatever. Um, so he's quite often going to be shouting, but I need every single person to get used to being Monkey King. Ion will be Monkey King at times when he's like low and needs help. Luca will be the same. Saturday you'll be the same. Lemon you'll be the same. But for general roles, there's only really going to be three main people that are going to have a specific job. Harren is obviously going to be your shot caller. He's going to usually ult plan and between fights. He's going to be your like end game leader, all in all. He's going to ask people for information that he needs, and he's going to tell you what to do. Luca, I'm giving him a very special job because this usually would not be a role in a team, but because he is also very confident and good at getting people to do things, he, not during a fight, during a fight, you're going to follow the exact same pattern as Saturday, where you're just calling who's low. But before a fight, I'm very happy for you to call ideas and kind of be your endgame leader's little assistant. Like, your little monkey prince. Think of it like that. Your entire thing is just like, if your tank calls something, and you're like, actually this would be the best play, suggest it. Monkey King has more power, but you still get to talk. Lemon, you're going to be our ult tracker, and that you know how that works. It is genuinely just going to be Harren is going to do a little routine that I'm going to explain in a second, and when he calls ult tracking, you're going to try your best to just quickly and like concisely explain ults. Don't like if you forget the name of an ult, don't ask what it's called. Don't do things like that. Just be like, Azalea, what are you watching? What is that, my guy?
I didn't see. What was it?
Press alt tab right now. Press alt tab right now. Do it.
I'm watching Pokemon.
Okay,
That's
sure.
That's not what it was.
What are you talking about? Fucking supermarket simulator? They open a
I
grocery
just saw the
store.
woman. I was like, "Where are you?" I was just like, "What the hell are you watching, man?" Um.
I'm vibing.
Okay,
Leave me
so
alone.
Lemon is going to be the ult tracker. Just quickly and concisely try and
Yep.
get out what rules there are. Ask any questions if you need to, but that is your entire job. Harren, you're going to follow this little routine where every single time a fight ends and you have downtime, you're going to first ask what ults there are. You're going to instantly say ult tracking. And then you're going to plan the next fight. Usually through ults are by saying like a dry fight, and then you're going to call like important positioning. And the way that you're going to plan out fights is you're going to do this thing of, wait, is my Wi-Fi dying? Can people still hear me?
We hear
No.
you.
Okay. So what you're gonna do is you're initially gonna start with like what alt you would like to initiate with if you're gonna do that, and then you want to make everything else conditional. You're gonna want to say like, um, let's say you start with Bob. After that, you're gonna be like, we're gonna window if they commit. If they push into this, we're gonna window. Um, so that people know exactly what to do and when to do it. And then after that, you can like during that as well, you can do any things like we're gonna play from high ground and we're gonna do this. We're gonna rotate behind them, we're gonna do this, we're gonna play left side, we're gonna do this. You want to like as quickly as you can convey a plan through like those steps of where you're gonna play, what ults you're gonna use, and when you're gonna use them. Um, yeah, that is the very basic system of communication. Luca is your low assistant, Aaron is going to be your endgame leader, and Lemon is your ult tracker. Everyone is going to call when they see people are low. They're going to call when they need help. But for the most part, these are your main roles. These will be your main calls. And exactly like the little graph that Azalea is showing, it will mostly be Aaron talking. Almost completely Aaron talking. And if it's not like that, something's going wrong. Aaron's mental's broken. Someone's being too loud. It is not like you guys are doing something wrong. So if we're not there to help, you're gonna assess that and you're gonna be like, okay, is it just a mental thing? We're gonna take a 5-minute break. Is is Saturday or Luca being too loud shouting over Harren, you guys are gonna shut up. You're gonna mute your mic for the next round. Like you're gonna figure out what you need to do to get this system in place.
I'm
And we
gonna
can
have
go
to
over
learn. Sorry,
what?
I
No, go for it.
at this point I cannot hear the difference between those three, so that's why
Yeah.
You can't.
very hard.
The difference between me and
Heron, Luca, and Saturday. It just sounds like English person.
You'll get used to it, I swear. It
I
it
can
does get a
hear
bit
you because
easier.
you don't sound like an English. Like you sound.
Yeah, because I'm not English, believe it or
I'm not
not.
I
English
know
either.
you're Scottish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they have very similar accents, and so it's
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I get it, but it does get easier, I promise.
Okay.
It's just that thing of like, Harren, I know you're supposed to be watching this, so if you feel like you're not talking enough and you can see why that is, I need you to have the confidence to say that. If your mental's broken, say it. This goes for everyone else too. If your mental is broken, I want you to say that. Because we're not going to go around with with our broken mentals and then pop off. We need to like come out for 5 minutes, call a 5 minute bio, go take a piss, go get a drink, walk around for a bit. Like that is it. Um, and then other than that, for like actual like building your routine specifically, Harren, we can get in a little one-on-one. I'll usually be the guy for comms, Azalea will be a bit better at macro. For like
And micro.
And micro for tank, yeah. But like actually getting your point across in the most effective way possible, you can come to me for that, and I will like help you streamline your comms a little bit. And then other than that, I think that's all we need for comms, unless Azalea has anything to say.
Well, I was just gonna go over like really what this constructor is based around, like where it came from. Like
Yeah.
League, you know. Just like
I
explain the
don't know
way
shit
that it
about
works, right?
but-
So the comm structure that we have, Lyra doesn't even know where it comes from.
I'm a little baby. I'm like 2
anyone
years old.
play like League or Dota or anything? Say that as a no. Yeah. So in League and Dota, you have Haron, which would be your main comms leader. So he would tell you like, we want to push this area, we want to take this objective, we want to go here and do this. And then Lemon is our second in command, which is another way of putting it, right? Monkey King is when we're in a fight, and then we have primary and secondary, which is primary is Haron, secondary is Lemon, for every other type of comms. So Lemon is our secondary, and in League or Dota, that would be, macro managing fights planning, which is just the opposite of what we do essentially. She macros what ults that they have.
I'd probably say Lucas more similar to like the like managing.
No,
stuff like
I'm just
that.
saying that they would know what ults
Okay.
and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So Lemon decides what ults are in the game, and then Harold will choose how to play around that. If that makes more sense.
Oh.
And then we Monkey King during fights.
Yeah. So like, Monkey King is not like actually like your tier of how important someone's comms is. That is just like a way of saying whoever talks the loudest is going to be listened to. Whoever talks the loudest is going to like be in command in that specific moment. So it's like I'm less saying that Harren should always be Monkey King and more saying we need to learn to when to Monkey King. You want to be as loud as you can when you need help or when you need to finish a pick. So things like that will be when you yell. You will get more used to what is important and what isn't. You kind of start to realize, oh wait, my tank's fight planning. I don't really need to tell them that I hit the body shot on the monkey. Like it's not that important, and you won't yell that. So things like that are kind of more what Monkey King is, I guess, if that helps.
I think I confused us even more, but yeah.
You confused them more because you fucking put it backwards in League of
Yeah,
Legends.
no.
I don't know why you said that. Well, I was gonna say if let's say someone like it's just forgetting to do their job. But like, is it better to just do their job for them because it's less hesitation, or better should you kind of nudge them and be like, lemon, blah 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 blah, or should you just like say shotgun or ultrac? Let's
Um,
say Aaron's not calling it. Like, can I just go ultrac ultrac
Yes.
ultrac? Yeah. Okay.
yes.
Yeah, it's
Like
on
if
everyone's
Aaron's
job
having
to
one.
make sure all tracking happens.
Yeah.
Yes, but I do want Hiron specifically to get that into his system because it will make it easier for you to like it'll make it easier for Lemon to remember to alt track, and it'll also make it easier for Hiron to fight plan and alt plan these fights. Having it in your system to constantly ask what they have is extremely important for IGLing because you need that information. And if
Yeah.
you're not the one asking, you might not pay attention. You might not get it the moment that you're ready to get it. You might have other stuff you're thinking of. So I really want Harren to consistently like call for things like that.
Yeah.
But if he
That's
doesn't, feel free to
Yeah,
feel free to be like, what's
So-
lemon? Lemon, what's
Yeah.
what else they got? You know?
Aaron,
was
don't
gonna-
forget to ask about ult tracking.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I was gonna say, do I just like leave him and like let us get punished so he learns, or do I like substitute in for him?
No, you can definitely
Yeah. Okay.
like come in and call some stuff.
Mhm.
Anyone got any other questions before we move on to the last thing?
What's the last thing?
I'm just gonna give you guys some
Self-improvement.
documents for some self-improvement. Um,
Get these.
okay. Let me copy and paste this into documents or docs. I'm saying in the spreadsheet for Google Docs, you will need a Google account to sign in. If you don't have one, sucks to suck, make one.
Sorry for everyone's eyes.
Bro, it's not that deep. It's fine.
It is for me. My eyes hurt.
Turn on
Kinda.
the monitor brightness then.
No.
Yeah.
I think our
Um,
quality is bad, and
I'm
so
wearing
it's not so bright.
sunglasses, so I don't hurt my.
I am going to stream it from my POV as it is, so I can just quickly like show things that I need to
Dude, you're
show when I need to
super
show them.
boring. And stop your streaming.
Did I stream the right thing?
Yeah, it's not coming up for me yet. I
you
think I need to
Is
restart.
that you?
Oh my god. Oh no.
Oh my god.
He saw my hidden folder.
Okay.
Okay. Can people see it?
No.
I can, yeah.
Brother. You
I'm
can?
just trying to
Sick.
make fun of you.
Oh,
Okay. So, I'm gonna walk through the example and I'm gonna show you guys how to fill it out. Basically, this is gonna be a way of tracking your progress and also setting specific goals for yourself. It will, you guys will have to fill it out by hand, which sucks, but there's no real tool to like
if
yoink
you need us to
information
see,
from a game.
sorry,
Huh?
if you need us to see what it says, can you zoom in like one more step? Or if it doesn't matter, then it's okay.
No, you can see what that. What?
Okay,
Did I tell
I can see.
you?
I'm sorry, I just
yeah,
have
this is good.
I
This
have
is
a
good.
big monitor.
Yeah, this is
Okay,
good.
so basically, the way you're gonna fill this out is, I'm gonna add this row doesn't really matter, or this column doesn't really matter right now, but you can track which hero you're mostly playing. Just put in the hero you played the most during the game. If you played Tracer to
Thanks,
get a
God,
touch,
see this
I don't
session.
care. But like if you played Widow the entire game and then swapped like in Genji for the last minute, just put in Widow if it was your most played. You're gonna put in the date so that we know like around when you played it. You're gonna put in your SR so that we can track how much you guys are climbing and stuff. And then this gets to the like actual important stats. This is how we'll tell what maps you guys suck at, what characters you guys suck at, what like how much you're feeding, and how good you are at actually improving. So first thing you're going to do is fill in the map you played in the game that you did it in. This will be for you can do this for both comp and scrims.
Wait, before you move on, this may well be a very stupid question, but I tend to play a lot the heroes I'm not supposed to play in scrims. Do I still count that? Because I mean, yes, it tells me how many times I died, but it's not. I will
This
fall
is not
back to
like
flex support like constantly. It's my comfort.
this is not a thing where it's like I
Invert.
need you guys to fill this in every single time you're playing the game.
Okay.
This is I can actually show you my one. So this is my one. You can see that I filled in quite a bit, but there's days where it's like I'm not filling it at all. Like 3-day
Okay.
gap, or well, no, 4-day gap, like uh, in,
Is that a 4-day?
4-day gap, like
Yeah. Yeah. I see.
something like that. So there's like a lot of time
Mhm.
where I just leave my email. Let's go. Um, there's a lot of time where I'm like not. This is also a tiny bit different. There's a lot of time where I'm not actually focused on improving. I'm just tracking like stats, or I'm just tracking like or I'm just like playing the game for fun, and I don't usually fill that out.
Mm.
But it is like um, it's just a thing of when you're focused on improving, you will use this. Oopsie daisies.
So yeah, I
Um,
just fill in like main support heroes then.
yeah. And not even every time you play main support, just the times where you're like you have a goal in mind and you want to do it.
Like I'm
Um,
actively trying to improve.
yes.
Is this
So
Okay.
for
the
scrums
way
or?
this is for
No,
scrims or comp.
I didn't hear
Like
anything.
you can do both. This is for scrims or comp for
Okay.
Saturday's question.
Okay.
Um, so basically, the way you're gonna want to. Also, everyone has their own little tab. Aaron, Lucas, Saturday, Ion, Lemon, and then this is one me and Azalea that will fill out.
why is the E so
Oh, okay.
small?
I didn't see that. All right.
Wait, what?
Back on team, the E column's so small.
What column? The E column?
E, go on team. You
E.
idiot.
Oh,
E.
goddamn, it is.
Oh,
Shut up.
No, you
Let me
double
live.
click on the line, it will automatically fit.
I'm too lazy.
Does it?
Yeah, if you
Okay,
the vertical
Oh,
line,
I've never done that before.
the
I've never done
line,
that
the on
either.
this, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, you can do it.
yeah,
Um,
do that. Yeah.
but basically, the way you're gonna do it is, you're gonna put in the map that you played. These are the important things from here to here. If you don't fill these in, don't care. I can live
Okay.
without it. But these things are important, right? Um, you're gonna first fill in the map that you played. You're gonna tell us what the final score came out to be. So if you won 3-0, if you drew 4-4, if you lost 0-2, like I just put it in a number form and tell me what you got. You're gonna tell us if you won or lost, and it just works by saving and win. It'll change the color. Lost, it'll change the color.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Nice.
and then you're gonna tell us how many times you died. Uh, and then this is the important bit for improvement. This is all just like a way of making you focus on things more. It's going to constantly remind you what you're trying to do because you're always going back to it and you're always telling yourself whether or not you succeeded. So
This is
the
the
way
goal I
this will
had
work,
before the match started.
Yes. So
yes.
it could
Oh,
be
okay.
like
So you're
placing
gonna,
pylon better or quicker,
yeah,
or it could
Okay.
be like
like I
taking
can show
faster
you some
on
of
graph
mine.
angles.
So you
Okay.
upgrade this
Yeah,
after every single scrim or every single like match, or every single
no,
or
No.
like it's
or
just
just like whenever.
this is like a if you feel like going in for a day and really trying to improve when you're playing some comp, you just put this in like once a map or once a match, and just like come in and say what you want to focus on. You can even do it less than that and do it like once every 3 matches, and
Okay.
then just like divide your stats by that. But like this is the key stuff for helping you improve. It will like you can see that uh I usually start a goal with a couple incompletes, like I didn't do well, and then I'll have a complete in there, and then it'll start to get better. Like with make plays will team advantage.
Mm.
I started with 2 incompletes, and then I instantly got boosted to like just doing it really well for a little bit. Um, and it like genuinely helps put it into your system and just like remember to do it. Uh, so you would write in here like if I was playing Lucy and I was like I want to beat at better times. I would just say like uh beat more yeah, nah, just fucking beat better. I'm too
Yeah.
lazy to type all that.
What the?
I'm doesn't matter. Okay. I would say like I want to beat better, right?
Right.
And then
Coaching.
after I came out of the game, I would say whether or not I think I did that. Um, if I was like if I was beating at bad times, I'd come out and I'd be like incomplete. And then in here, you're going to tell me why you didn't. You're going to tell me exactly why your beats weren't good. You're going to tell me exactly why you didn't use your role well. Tell me the situations that you had that didn't go well and why it didn't go well. So I would be like, I'd be, being full HP, I'm up 4. You're at 5v1 and you beat. That's a bad beat, you know?
Mm.
So you're gonna tell me why you lost or why you didn't complete that goal.
Like the general idea or micro? Like macro or micro and that?
It depends on if the goal is micro or macro. Like you can have
Micro,
goals
you're
that are
micro.
like uh you can have goals that are like I had one that was amp at better times. And for my example I panic used it and I held it too long. Like
Honestly,
and
Three,
then
I don't know what I was doing.
yeah, exactly. Sometimes it's just stuff like this where it's like you just don't know what you did wrong. And uh you're like, oh I'm just throwing the game. Um
So
like So it's just you want to explain what you did wrong or what you did
okay,
right.
yeah,
So like here, I specifically say I used it like in a panic, and I wasn't using it quick enough. Uh, and then like here, tend to not check if they have someone that can see us fighting and isn't already fighting someone else. So like when I was diving someone, I was diving them, and then they'd have like a cast beside them that I didn't see, and that's why I had to lose the 1v1. So that's why I didn't complete it. I was doing that over and over again. So it's just stuff like that. Just tell me why you didn't succeed and the goal you had set out. Um, and you
Are
can
you
do it
guys
micro, you can do it macro. It's whatever. What? Sorry.
are you guys gonna assign us the goals then, or how's that gonna work?
You can ask us for some goals. From like a
Yeah.
one-on-one session, but
Yeah,
we
like
won't like give you specific stuff. Just
Okay.
offer it.
I thought
Um,
like after scrim you'd give each one of us a goal or bi-weekly or something like that, and we have to work on it during scrims.
yeah.
I we can do. I personally, I just know that I hated like having a specific thing to work on for a long period of time, so I was a lot more like fluid with it, where I'd be like, for 3 games, I would play, I would work with a specific goal, and then I'd be like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm gonna change for a bit. So it's like
Mm.
I had a
Does
lot
that
of
defeat the purpose?
no, because it's like you go back to like you can see that I used amp at better times before, changed to make
Yeah,
plays
yeah.
with team advantage,
But I mean like
did that, and then
is
back.
like would it be better to like give us a task every like let's say week or two, and then if we feel like we completed it and you guys feel like you can see it in the scrim, then we get a new one, or
I'm happy to do it.
Um,
If we go into a one-on-one,
yeah,
I'm happy to do it for you.
yeah, like we will do whatever you think is the best for this. I just know some people or will be like me, and they will hate doing that. Like they will really struggle with just having one thing that like they
yeah,
focus on 24/7. Like they'll hate that. So I like it is an option for you if that's
yeah,
what you want to do. But we like if people want to just do this by themselves, they can.
Yeah,
yeah,
Cider, I
Um,
think it should be that if you feel inspired to do that, because I think the science on the subject is that you learn best whatever you want to learn,
yeah, exactly.
regardless of what should work in theory. We're only humans. So I think,
Yeah,
like,
Sure.
I
if
was
you
just
feel
trying
like,
to,
yeah,
cause yeah, because I feel like a lot of our problems, especially because we're like flat, would be like it'd be a task, but it'd be so easy to fix that you'd get it done in like half a scrim.
I mean, speak for yourself. I
Like yeah,
have
I mean like
goals and I
yeah, yeah, yeah,
never
I know.
fix.
There's that yeah, same for me. Like there's some big ones, but like there's definitely some small ones that I have like coach can use or fucking like tiny bit of more movement or something like
Yeah,
that. That can be
I've
yeah.
had
big.
uh, I've had that like I want to have a plan for my amps because I didn't like when I started scrims.
Yeah.
I just
Okay.
those are
Real
smaller
quick, we're
things.
just gonna finish this up, just
Oh
so
yeah,
as
sorry.
like other people who are watching on YouTube can
Yeah,
like
sorry.
just if they need this bit, they can skip it and get through it quickly. The last section I'm going to talk about, and then we'll be done, is this is just stats. This will show you. This is really helpful for me and Azalea. I zoomed out. I didn't mean to do that. This is really helpful for me and Azalea, where we can see what maps you're really struggling with. Like, uh, if I look at mine
Mm.
again, I
Oh,
can
that's good.
see that I
Ooh,
was
Oasis.
sucking
Ooh, Havana.
at
Oh my god. Junkertown.
Lijiang, Nepal, Oasis, Samoa. I sucked at Junkertown. Like
That's
I
understandable.
like
You're a
most
one
poke
trick.
maps. Most poke maps I sucked at. Cervasa I really struggled with. So then I could go to my coach and be like, "Hey, what am I doing wrong on these maps? What is wrong with my playstyle here?" And he could give me a bit of help with that because it's like Yeah, it's mostly just a thing of I can't think of the words. Like we will have a much more specific thing to work with.
Ooh,
But
2700
then
pink.
we can see that. Shut up. This hasn't been filled out in months. Um,
Sure.
for circuit, 80% win rate. Like I can see, I never need to. I don't need to be coached on this map right now. Every time I'm playing it, I'm comfortable. I don't have to do it. So it's just things like that that are really, really beneficial for me and Azalea to help you. So I'd really like if when you are doing this, you can look at like this section is the easiest for us to help you, and then this section is the easiest for you to help yourself.
Mm.
And then the last thing is just it's like more stats. You get to see what your win rate is. You get to see how much you're dying every game. Uh, you get to see like your most played maps in this little pie chart. What maps you're winning on a lot. Your win streaks. I thought this was
Nice.
fun to track. And then what rank you are currently at. This one is like you have to fill this out manually. It's just nice for us to see. This will be filled out like automatically. Like if I come here and put in 5,000, this guy popped off and ranked, then the PKSR is 5,000, but he's still something
Mm-hmm.
0.5. So it's
Voice
just
champion.
yeah.
But when you do this, obviously, I like if you play Lucio on Havana, that might be why you have a lower win rate. So when you do this, do you consciously choose what makes sense, like you would in scrims, or do you
Uh,
just like I like to play Lucio, so I'm gonna play him on every map?
that was my mindset, but I don't mind if you pick what makes sense.
Okay, so it's
Like
not like your suggestion is, or that we do what we would have done in scrims.
no, I'm not telling you to one trick. Don't worry.
No, I
Like
mean like I would
I
never play
can.
oh,
Lucio on Havana, but
yeah.
I would play Lucio on some other map. That's what I mean. Like I tend to pick what makes sense, but you know, you might want me to try to make it work. I don't know.
As long as you're playing a character that is in your hero pool while filling this out, then I'm happy for you to play whatever character you think makes sense.
Okay.
Like if you're playing Circuit, I do not expect you to play Lucio. I'm fine if you play Larry or Zen.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like, but I wouldn't want you to fill this out while you're playing BAP because that's not very helpful for us for scrims. Like we can't really be like,
Mm.
oh cool, you have a 100% win rate on BAP. Oh well, cool, we don't play BAP for you. Like
Yeah.
not really the biggest help. Um, so yeah, it's just try and fill out like the main thing is just you can play who you want when you're filling it out. If you even want to play it, even if you even want to use this for like off rolling, I found this extremely helpful, which is why I'm giving this to you guys. I genuinely like I did it at the start of like plat, and I like it helped me get up like 200 or no like 150 SR within the like short amount of time that I used it. Now I wasn't getting coaching sessions at the time very often. I'd get like one every couple of weeks. So it was like this was mostly the reason I was improving. I was being like, okay, this is what I can work on. This is what I suck at. Um, so like anytime you do this, like this is the way to help yourself improve. This is what gets you higher. Just actively thinking about what you're doing wrong and actively trying to improve on it. Because like you can be the best player in the world, meant like in your head, you can know everything. This is Azalea. You can know everything, but you can be hard stuck diamond. Because he doesn't take the time to implement it. He's mad.
I don't play the game, firstly. Secondly,
I know.
you're gold.
Excuses.
I'm not gold.
You're
On
gold.
off rolls, I am. Okay.
It's actually Pat 3.
Your
That's
gold
not
Let's-
the
DP.
same.
I think your DPS is lower than mine.
It is.
Mine
Yeah.
probably is.
I think mine is gold 1 or something, or plat 5.
Oh, that's higher than him.
Oh no, we're the same then.
Oh fuck.
Not when I'm done with
Damn
your
it.
Yeah.
account.
No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, you're right. Fuck. Oh, you do have better aim than I do.
That's
Blame
not true.
that.
Okay.
No,
Okay,
definitely.
shut up.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I forgot one last thing.
Yeah.
Super auto pet.
I was playing
Play
Final
it.
Fantasy, I'm sorry.
Oh dear God.
Banger.
I want every single person in this team to work on their aim.
Oh.
Everyone's aim is like some people have good aim. I'm not gonna say who. I'm not gonna say who doesn't. Some people have really bad aim. I'm not gonna say who. I'm not gonna say who doesn't.
It's
But
me.
we all gotta work on it. Azalea is the one with the bad aim. We all gotta work on it. I don't have the best aim, but I have a routine that I was given by someone who has a lot better aim than me, and I'm gonna give you it for aim labs. If you want to use Kovacs, you can try and find something similar. I get it. Not everyone likes aim labs. I don't really, but I'm too cheap. It's just I'm gonna give you 4 specific like types of exercise, and then you're gonna use that. And you can find these on Aweblabs by searching it, or you can like just find something on Kovacs by searching something similar. And I just want you to do these like once every day or two. If you don't feel like doing it every day or every second day, do it when you're playing. Like for it literally takes me 4 minutes every day. It's 1 minute per.
4 minutes.
Yeah, it takes me 4 minutes every day. It's 1 minute per thing.
What routine is that?
Bro, it helps
4.
so much. You have no idea. Like
4
it's just very
minutes.
good for like
I thought it'd be
getting
at least
that like
30 per
no.
day.
Like I haven't really played the game today, so you're gonna see this. This is like my warm up one. So this is just to get me like a little bit less shaky because I have really I have Tourette's and it gives me really shaky hands. So this has to like fix it. Um, this is how I like get my like actual hand moving in the right ways because you're moving your mouse like all over the place. You're moving in every direction. So I start with something that's like just
Oh, do you
bouncing
roll
balls.
for a new world record? Come on, dude.
Shut up.
Keep it
I
going.
think I beat your score recently, Azalea.
Oh
Dude,
no!
how many times? Like,
Oh,
look at the
I don't know
amount.
if you got 860.
Yeah, I got 860, man. Still beat you.
God damn it. Okay, next
I've
thing you're
played
gonna
that game
do
mode
is
twice, by the way.
Oh.
shut
Oh,
up.
okay.
Uh,
There is great pride.
Next thing you're gonna do is something that's like, uh, this is six shot on aim labs. If you're trying to find something similar, I would try and find something with small targets that don't move, and this is just to practice like high accuracy, just moving your mouse from target to target. I don't want you to do it fast. I want you to do it with high accuracy. So just try and hit every shot that you can. You'll pick up speed eventually, but like for now, just focus on hitting things. Um, yeah, that one's
Oh,
very
I meant
basic.
to ask you about this one. Although I'll ask after the video, so they don't have to.
Yeah. Next, I do switch track. You can do any kind of switch track. It's just don't like if you mess up your tracking, that's fine. You just want to be a bit quicker, like swapping to targets. Um, this really helps for like supports too, because obviously you're gonna have to swap through your healing. Uh, this is like the major thing for supports in my opinion. But I have Lemon doing this like whenever she can right now. And then the last one is going to be best for your DPS and your tank. It's close, fast, strafer, capsule. I'm gonna do really bad here, but basically it's just tracking. It's just you're just gonna. It's a very fast like capsule, and you're just gonna try your best to track it. I get like 480 on this. People will probably get higher than me. My tracking's really bad.
48. What, accuracy or
480.
It's the
480.
score.
Let me live.
Oh, 480, 480.
The best that people usually get is like 544. That's the best right now. I know people get up to like 600 around there. So if you can get to like 500, you're good. I'm happy for you. Like
So you can just stop
take this
training?
a little less seriously. What?
Okay. You can just stop training? You get 500?
Yeah, just give up. I'm happy for you to take it a little bit more slow though. Like you don't have to aim train as often. You don't have to do it every like day if you were doing that before. Um, so yeah, just gonna go over it one more time so people have like a short list. Bouncing balls for warm up. Get your mouse moving in every single direction.
I
Then
see,
you're gonna
getting
do
him to
six
use his
shot.
own stuff.
Yeah. I had to make this because there wasn't one in aim labs. Six shot. Something with small targets where you're focused on accuracy. You're not going fast, but you're like lining up your crosshair. Switch track. Uh, Something to like make sure you're swapping targets quickly, and then something similar to this, if not this specifically. Uh, Close faster pulse fast straight for a capsule where you're just gonna focus on really hard tracking, something that moves really fast and isn't really predictable. So that's everything you gotta do. 4 minutes a day. If you're willing to do more, like do them all twice, do them all 30 times. You're like, I just want to do some aim training right now, and you'll do a lot better. But the best situation is like you do it. You get through all of them like once a day at least. And then you'll slowly start to realize, oh wait, I'm hitting shots I didn't used to hit. I'm like tracking things that I wouldn't be able to track. What are you saying, Azalea?
I saying look at his name.
Where?
It's at the bottom.
I'm doxing myself
yourself.
Right now.
And I'm uploading it.
People know my name.
He literally told me his name first time.
That's mental.
Yeah.
And that's why it's